What's going on, everyone? I'm going to be making a quick video about the upcoming changes to Havoc Demon Hunter in 9.1.5 coming out soon. There's some really good changes, super juicy, and I'm really excited for them to come to live. I'm on the PTR right now, and we're going to check out what's going on and all the changes. So before we get started, I just want to say I stream on Twitch just about every single day. Mainly Mythic Plus, raids, alt characters. Sometimes I stream other games, it just depends on the mood, how I'm feeling, how I'm vibing. If you want to check me out, links in the description, I'd really appreciate it. So let's get straight into it. So I'm gonna hop over here to the interwebs and we'll take a look at these changes on Wowhead, but we're gonna be looking at Blade Dance first. Blade Dance has been soft capped to 5 targets and beyond. So soft cap, what that means, basically what that means, all the abilities that already have caps on them, say Blade Dance, it's still capped at 5 targets, but it's soft capped. So it'll do the full damage to the 5 targets still, which is what it normally does. And then it'll be uncapped, but it'll do reduced damage beyond 5 targets. So it is uncapped, but it's not at the same time. But this is definitely a step in the right direction for the uncapped gameplay that we all want. So Blade Dance deals reduced damage beyond 5 targets now, which is going to be really good synergy with this conduit here, which is going to be very good. The final slash Blade Dance deals an additional 10%, now 75%. This is the Dancing with Fate conduit, which is going to be pretty good in AoE now. It could be replacing a couple things. So this is like a 750% increase. The next thing we're going to be looking at is Fel Barrage. This is what I was talking about. If you go up here, several abilities which were previously hard capped at 8 targets, which is what it was, which was what Fel Barrage was before the soft cap came in, are now soft capped at 8 instead of 5. So if you read this was going to be deals reduced damage beyond 5 targets, which would have been, depending on how many mobs there were in a pull or whatever, it would do reduced damage. Like it would be a damage decrease instead of an increase. That being changed to 8 targets is very good. It's actually going to be a damage increase now for those big pulls, and I'll bring some more gameplay to Havoc Fel Barrage. I don't really see myself or a lot of people running this because Momentum and Demonic are just very strong right now. It could be used in certain situations if you have like a full team going into an M+, and you have the route set and you're doing 8 target pulls every minute, then I guess it could be viable. But it's definitely very specific usage, and I just don't see a lot of people running this. But anyways, we'll get on to the next one. Glaive Tempest has now been soft capped to 5 targets. It already was 5 targets, so that's very good for us. This could potentially beat out Unbound Chaos, which is already uncapped, full uncapped. So I've been doing a little bit of testing myself, and it does seem pretty good. From my testing, Glaive Tempest does way more damage than Unbound Chaos. And that being said, Glaive Tempest, depending on how much haste you have, which I have 560 haste right now. I have my raid build on. So it's a 17-second cooldown, and MOR, depending on how much haste you have, is a 26-second cooldown. So you could get off more Glaive Tempest in one pull than you can in Unbound Chaos proc, right? So in my opinion, I feel like Glaive Tempest is going to be a lot stronger in M+. So we're over here at the Forge of Bonds. We're going to be looking at this conduit and the potential builds that I can see people using. So I got this set up here. We're on Corn, got Growing Inferno, and then we go triple potency with Face Your Foes rather than First Strike. So then we have Dancing with Fate, and then Unnatural Malice. So we could potentially lose Unnatural Malice and go First Strike and Dancing with Fate here. That could be an option, but we're losing a decent amount of damage just for 25% crit strike. So I really think the move is going to be this right here, going into Mythic Plus, going forward. Or actually, hold on, let me add this. This is going to be the build here. We can't lose Growing Inferno. If you've played Demon Hunter, you know you have to have this conduit. It just makes Immolation Aura do so much damage. It's a must-have in single target and AoE. We'll take a look at Dreamweaver. This could also be an option. So we have Growing Inferno, Unnatural Malice, and Field of Blossoms with Dancing with Fate. This could also be an option in Mythic Plus. I just think Dreamweaver with Field of Blossoms and, you know, Pod Tender is a very good defensive, basically a cheat death. And Dream Delver, it's a good option, but I think Wild Hunt Tactics and Stratagem is going to beat that out. So this is the main build I can potentially see people using going into 1.5. Blind Fury, Insatiable Hunger, Glaive Tempest, Cycle of Hatred, and Demonic with the Corrin build, that triple potency Corrin build here. So I can potentially see people using First Blood. It's more for priority damage, which is what Essence Break brings, and Essence Break is uncapped AoE. Basically what First Blood does, reduces the fury cost of Blade Dance by 20. So default it's 35, I believe. It's 35, so to bring it down to 15. And it increases the damage to the first target struck, so it's good for priority damage. But 9.1, we got a buff to Chaos Strike and Annihilation, which allows us to have very good priority damage. And with that Cycle of Hatred talent, it reduces the cooldown of Eye Beam, which just gives us more demonic uptime, which is just very overpowered right now. And I really can see this being the main build. So going into 1.5, Demon Hunter is looking very strong, very strong in Mythic Plus and AoE situations going forward. And I'm really excited to see these changes coming alive, and we get to see what they can actually do in real environments. So if you enjoyed the video or you found anything useful, be sure to check me out over on Twitch. I live stream just about every day, mainly Mythic Plus and, you know, raids, alt runs, just stuff like that. Sometimes I stream other games. It just depends on the day, the mood, depends what I'm feeling. So yeah, appreciate you watching this far, watching the whole video, and yeah, peace.